Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Hwanseung News for the 28th of August 2023. This is actually yesterday's one. I had a very chock-a-block packed schedule yesterday, so I was unable to make my daily upload there. So this is coming to you one day late. I'm very sorry. I'll also record another one this afternoon when I get back from one of my external clients there. How are you doing? This week is quite rainy. We have some tail ends of typhoons that are approaching the peninsula and around Southeast Asia. So it's been quite heavy rain. It almost feels like the monsoon season has come back. That's how much rain has been falling so far. So yeah, please do drive safely, and please do factor in extra transit time when you are commuting between destinations there. Once again, just reminding you that Hwanseung News is all one take, okay? There's no script. It's all raw. There's no fancy editing. I'm not interested in paying money for fancy editing there. What I want to do is get the contents to you fresh and hot and delivered, okay, Monday to Friday there. And why we call it the Hwanseung News, guys, because Hwanseung, we are Hwanseunging every day in our lives, okay? We're transferring in our lives. We're transferring between transport, companies, countries, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition, okay? We do that all the time here. Once again, just my grand vision is to move into Hwanseung headhunting, Hwanseung Gumyung, which is finance, and Hwanseung Budongsan, which is real estate there. So I've been here for 15 years. I've been through a lot of difficulty. I've had a lot of success, and I really want to project the next 5 to 15 to 5, 10, 15 years into more developments and more upgrade for myself as well. Okay, join me on my journey from this humble beginnings. Okay, let's get started with the first one, guys. There, the first one: young people, 1.26 million young people unemployed, and over half of them hold degrees. So if we have a look at this one here, you can see a very gloomy picture here. Some guys down and out, not being able to get a job. So again, this comes down to between 19 and but who are not currently there, of all the graduates, they're 1.26 million between 15 and 29 this year, and over half of them had graduated from college. So what is the problem here? What is the problem? Well, I do think the problem is, guys, there because of this education system that revolves around university entrance sunung, people expect to get a job at a large conglomerate or a large company there, and they don't want to settle for anything less. But I've always said, and I've repeated this many times on my channel. If you don't have a job, any kind of job, it could be cleaning stairways, it could be McDonald's, it could be a convenience store. If you don't have any sort of income coming in, you start worrying about your livelihood. Okay, it restricts your social interaction there because you don't have enough money to go out and enjoy and network with other people there. So it starts a vicious cycle. It starts a vicious cycle of not getting enough money, not going out there, and then becoming a hermit. Okay, and also, by restricting yourself to not applying for jobs at big companies there, you lose contact, you lose the interaction you can have by getting valuable experience through going through interviews there. So at least be trying, and if you can't get the job that you want at a big company or a big conglomerate, do try a small to medium-sized enterprise, and then get an income stream going on, and use that income stream to be emotionally stable and upgrade yourself if you need to. Do some more 자격증, some more certifications there, perhaps do a master's study on the side, an MBA, okay? But yeah, please do not stop the income stream, and please do not put the burden on your parents. Nobody finds kangaroo joke there to be comfortable there. You're putting in a burden on your parents there who are, they're probably still working themselves if you're a Generation MZ, and for them to be supporting you as well and supporting your grandparents, okay, well, their parents, that they're called the sandwich generation. The sandwich generation, they have a lot of outgoings to cover there. So yeah, please, if you really having a tough time trying to get into a big company, please do something in the meantime to get over there and get an income stream going on, so you can focus on upgrading other areas of your life. Okay, now next on our list, guys, there is a superstar DJ. All right, we got here DJ Peggy Gou, a proud Korean, aims to make timeless music here. So she is a very, very. I only came to know her. This year through one of her songs, Na Na Na, and I'll play that for you soon. But she immigrated to England when she was about 7 or 8, and she stayed there. And I think she actually she got her big break with a couple of some song releases in the past. But yeah, she's very fashionist. Her parents sent her to London at 14, so not 7 or 8 there, and she had 8th grader disease, a common expression used in Korea to refer to teenagers in 8th grade and up. Okay, she had no future in Korea, so she partied and she continued to dislike what being told or how to behave. And then she went to the London College of Fashion and she went clubbing every weekend. She learned the basics of beat matching from a friend, and got to meet promoters and others in the industry. So very self-made. Hwanseung DJ, okay, and she didn't go there she didn't go to the fashion school to be a designer. All right, she soon realized that she was not good at styling other people, although she loves styling herself. So she's a fashionista there. Have a look at this song. Let's have a bit of a DJ with the hwanseungnews. Okay, here we go. The feeling that I know, that will be high, the mountain knowledge on the know, it's on my mind. Na 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 na. Okay, so yes, one of my favorite songs of the summer, one of the melodies of summer. There, Peggy Gou, check her out. Okay, very fashionable, attractive young woman, and she's got good beats, great beats there. So that was definitely one of the summer anthems there. Okay, now let's go to the next one, guys. Okay, not enough sleep can lead to depression. I think this is common sense, isn't it? You get less sleep, you feel grumpy in the next morning, you feel tired, you've got a brain fog going on in your head. Okay, there, okay, for that there. So, make sure you do get. It's not easy. I'm only averaging 4 to 5 hours sleep a night because I'm working a hardcore schedule from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Okay, but I do try and catch up on sleep during the daytime. But I'm having these very, very vivid dreams. When I do have a daytime nap for 30 minutes to 40 minutes, I'm getting these very, very vivid dreams there. But yes, sleep deprivation, quality of sleep, very important there, especially if you've got young children who you'd like to see them grow taller. Okay, getting a lot of minerals and vitamins from fresh vegetables and protein sources there, and also making sure they get enough sleep will help them grow taller. Okay, so yes, again, the quality of sleep is definitely important. I'm actually taking magnesium supplements, 500 milligrams of magnesium, and I find that really helps my sleep at night. So if you are lacking sleep quality there, try magnesium. It could be a good supplement for you to get into there. So what do you have any sleep rituals there? Again, we should be avoiding. I know it's not easy, but we should be avoiding contact with a cell phone at least 1 or 2 hours before bedtime there. Maybe you want to read a book or something there, something soothing, and maybe try a glass of milk there. Doing exercise late at night is something that prevents sleep as well. Okay, so you want to avoid the gym, avoid the cardio at least 4 hours before you sleep. Otherwise, your blood is still pumping, your muscles are still hot and activated there. So if you're going to do the exercise, do it after work at 6 or 7 p.m. or do it in the morning coming there. So definitely sleep is very, very important for our mental health there. Okay, now this next one here, guys. More tourists are drawn to the Seoul's mountain trails. Okay, so this never used to be the case. I mean, there was some foreigners who were, interested in this kind of thing here, and doing the hiking, the 등산 there. But it's really taken off, and I think because due to the popularity of K-pop, tourists have grown more interested in Korean food, fashion, and nature. And the new trend is mountain climbing. For that. So the aim is to boost the accessibility of hiking trails for foreign visitors. All right, the Seoul Metro government is probably saying. So they're installing like English signs. They have like vlogs, government sites where you can go there, and a lot of foreigners are visiting this Seoul Tourism Organization. Okay, for that. To get on with getting some more information about doing the hiking trails there. So I've only done it one time. It's not really my thing. I prefer running flat surfaces on the Hangang, doing marathon. I used to do a lot of marathons, solo marathons before I got married there. With the hiking, I did climb Achasan one time, but hiking is not just about the hike itself. It's about bonding with other friends. You're about getting to the summit. You're eating a melonaba, or you're having some makgeolli on top of the summit there, and you're coming back down, and then going to the nice restaurants. You're probably having some ori baeksuk, ori jumulok, samgyeopsal, some 영양, some 보양식, nutritious feeds, and of course having drinks after that. So it's a very, very popular activity for people, and now now catching on to tourists as well. Okay, so you're probably going to see, if you do enjoy 등산 and hiking, you're probably going to see a lot more foreigners getting involved in there, and do strike up a conversation with them. A lot of them are very friendly. Okay, and so yeah, you could find that as a nice way to get to meet foreigners there through the common bond of hiking there. Okay, now this last one here, guys, is why do Koreans create a new identity at work with an English name here? So this one here, job titles there. Okay, the most convenient method to foster horizontal corporate culture is use an English name because it creates a new, different identity of the employees there. But a lot of the places I've found, a lot of the 대기업 like 재벌 executives I've talked to them, so they prefer using the Korean name because it still retains the hoching, okay, the 직급 of the ranking in the hierarchy. I'm not saying they're like, it's like a top-down approach. A lot of them have been flattened these days, the organizational culture and structure there. But, calling someone like Daniel Kwajang or, Jenny Bujang, it just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right there. I think that should be left to more like Hagwons. English Hagwons there, they often do that kind of thing there. Paul Sam or Paul Kwajang, that kind of thing there. But in the big organizations there, retaining your Korean name, or at least having like having initials of your two Korean your name syllables, JC for Jongchan, okay, TJ for Taejun, that kind of thing there, is still better than having an English name there, because it gets rid of the respect. I feel that, for someone to make executive level, they deserve a certain amount of respect for the amount of work they put in and they climb that corporate hierarchy in their company, often working 20, 25 years careers for the same company there. So those C-level executives, they fully deserve the respect, and they should be called by their Korean names and proper title in order to do that one there. Okay. Great. So what do you guys think, dear? Are you taking on an English name? In case of my daughters there, I've got Ellie and Ria. Okay, we wanted to have something there because they were dual citizens. We wanted to have an English name and a Korean name that could be used at once, okay, in Hangul and also English there. My wife named my first daughter. She liked the name. I named my second daughter. I like the name for the Ellie and Ria there. And they're my little angels there. So, no problem. No problem with Incheon Airport and with the ticketing and the passport control. Very, very easy. No problem with confusion on the phone with spelling. So it's a very, very nice thing to name their names there in both English and Korean at the same form, the Ellie and Ria. Okay, for that. Once again, guys, it's been Paul Wilson for the Hwanseung News. Okay, just remind you, this is all one take. There's no script. This is all raw. And I look to get you from Monday to Friday the hot issues that are surrounding Korea in daily lives there, Monday to Friday. And it's just a reminder that Hwanseung, we mean transfer. We're transferring between transport, companies, countries, knowledge, insight, intuition all the time. Okay, I get free advertising for my company every day, probably like millions and millions of announcements of Hwanseung on the ticket terminals, on the signs on the subways and buses there, which is why I called my group the Hwanseung Group. And yes, eventually want to move into Hwanseung Gumyung, okay, Hwanseung Gumyung Finance there, Hwanseung Headhunting search firms there, and Hwanseung Budongsan, there's the real estate there. Join me on my journey. Join me on my journey from humble beginnings. You never know. You never know what someone can do when they're hungry for success, and it's something I'm very, very hungry for success at, guys. Don't underestimate the power of motivation and determination, perseverance, inishim. Okay, it's something that I wish a lot more younger people these days had. Rather than giving up so early, just trying a little bit more. Okay, again, with the related to sleep. Just, if you have a problem, you've got some stress, just have a sleep. The next day, I guarantee you, the problem will have rectified itself at least 1%. You'll feel better and more focused to attend to that problem there. Have a sleep. Have a sleep there, says. Don't stay on your handphone. Don't stay up on your handphone watching Instagram and watching YouTube Reels there, watching Netflix there. Have a good sleep. And I promise you, life will be better. Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung tonight.